All right, welcome back, YouTube. This is Scotty Boy. This video is going to be about the DOT physical. I'll tell you everything that I can recall as far as what happened during mine. Before I do it, I'll give you a bit of a disappointing update, unfortunately. I think I mentioned in the last video that my intent was to leave this coming Friday, tomorrow. I was scheduled to be at Springfield on February 7th to begin orientation. However, things happen, and I'm going to be delayed, and I'll let you know kind of what happened with that. I was watching some YouTube videos last night, and I saw that Captain Dave, his channel's called Simple Plan Trucking. He's currently the TNT student on Eric Odom's truck driver lineup, and I'm going to be the next trainee. Once Dave's done, I'm supposed to start. Unfortunately, they've hit another setback. Their truck is in the shop. I believe Dave said that it's now fixed, but I know there's a lot of weather between the two. They're both on home time. Eric's in Springfield and Dave lives in Florida, so it looks like they're about ready to get together. I guess that weather just kind of, I'm guessing, will have to clear out before they can meet up. But I think he's got about 2 weeks left of his TNT miles, which puts me back a little bit, but it's not without a silver lining. You know, I get another week or so with my family and can get some things straight here. And also, Dave's wife is going to be coming to Springfield to also train PSD, and it looks like we'll be there at the same time. So we'll be one big driver lineup family, and we'll all get there someday. You know, it'll happen. It'll be a fond memory in the rear view, hopefully soon. But anyway, still, it's disappointing. I am very excited to get started, and I really didn't want to have to wait another week. But whatever, is what it is. That's trucking, as they say. All right, on to the DOT physical. I talked about the paperwork already in a different video, although I will remind you, make sure that you bring your phone with the Driver Pulse app so that you can bring up that sheet that your recruiter gives you with the barcode at the top. Again, that's the way that Prime will pay for your physical. So anyway, when you first go back there, it's much like any other doctor's appointment. Yeah, they take your weight and your height, and then your blood pressure. And I'll say right here, I'm kind of a medical miracle in some sense. Obviously, I've got a weight problem. It's I realize it, you know. So, but if you look at my paperwork and, you know, my health in general, I have excellent blood pressure, always have, and this was no different. I have really good blood pressure, to the point when I usually go to the doctor, they usually take it twice just because they don't believe the reading. But anyway, good blood pressure. I'm not on any medications. I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm not diabetic. All of those things. I'm in really good shape. Internally, I'm in great shape. Externally, not so much. And I have big people problems. I do have, you know, a bit of a sore back a lot of the time. I have you know, low back pain, and sometimes my joints and knees kind of ache a little bit. So I'm working on that, and I'm certainly going to Prime with a plan. You know, this is a trucking vlog journey, although the life journey is going to be cut a little short if I don't get something straight when I get out there. So we'll talk about that, you know, once I get rolling. But I'm certainly got a plan for losing some weight out there and staying away from the you know, the truck stops and that kind of thing, or at least the food there. So I'll also use this channel as a means of accountability on that too. So y'all will help me kind of stay the course on that as well. But anyway, back to the DOT. They take your blood pressure. Then is the drug test. Again, this is Virginia. I'm sure everything changes from state to state. It may even change doctor to doctor within the state. I don't know, but this is my experience. I had a little anxiety over the drug test. I don't do drugs, so I wasn't nervous about, you know, failing the drug test, but you know, I'm not used to being drug tested, so there was a little nerves involved with that. I didn't know if they'd be in the bathroom with you, looking over your shoulder, that kind of thing. In my case, no. They gave you the cup. She said, fill it up. You can use the bathroom, but don't flush. Anyway, I did so. She came in, checked the toilet, flushed. I don't really know what that's about. I've heard they do some kind of a dye in there maybe to see if you've used it, and it can even check if you've done anything in the toilet. You know, the dye tells you, I guess, something if it's maybe they can read that too. I have no idea on that. I just know they told me not to flush, and she did go in and do something with the toilet and flushed it. Gave her my sample. There was some paperwork to sign. I believe it's a chain of custody document. I signed it. She signed it. Then they take you out and you do a second blood pressure. Again, mine was fine. Then I believe was the eye test. Normal eye test. They have you stand across the room, and there's a chart. At least mine was maybe 5 lines, each one with about 5 letters. And they say read the one that you can, read clear before the line that you can't, And I'll say with me, I'm a person that I've had glasses most of my life, but it's always been kind of as needed. I've never been restricted on my license for wearing glasses. That said, I knew this time that I would be. My right eye particularly is noticeably worse since the last time I had an eye exam. So trying to be proactive, I went, it was over a month ago, maybe as much as 2 months ago, and I went ahead and got prescription glasses, which I wear, and also I got a pair of sunglasses prescription as well, so I'll be covered day and night. And probably in the not too distant future, I'll probably get a second pair exactly the same, just because I'm fast forwarding, but I do have my learner's permit now, and I was restricted. I asked to be. So anyway, I don't want to be caught with like a broken pair and be out there and with a restricted license. So I'll probably get a second pair, maybe when I'm on my own truck, that kind of thing, and just keep it in a in a compartment somewhere just in case. Anyway, I took the eye exam. Then they take you, she whispers something from across the room that you're supposed to repeat back as a hearing test. Then they have you sit in the room and wait for the doctor. Doctor comes in, and he takes you through a series of kind of physical type things. As I recall, he had me squat to as low as you can and then stand back up. I was able to do that. I was a little nervous about that. I had heard in another video, somebody from another state had done this, and they asked you to do a duck walk where you squat and then do kind of that waddle thing across the room. When I heard that, I tried it, and I can do it, but it's not that easy. I'm a big dude. I'm a big ass duck, put it that way. But anyway, they didn't ask me to do that. They just had me squat down to the ground and then stand back up. Then let's see, I think they had me put my arms out straight out, and the doctor pushed on it, pulled on it, that kind of thing. Had me make a 90-degree angle with my elbow, and he pulled and pushed on my arm. He had me look both left and right as far as I could, needing to be able to look over your shoulder for that range of motion. Let's see, I know he had me close my eyes. I think he kind of pushed and pulled on me a little bit when my eyes were closed. It was a vertigo dizziness test. And my understanding is that that's one of at least 2 things that can actually fail you. You can have vertigo, is my understanding, as a driver. Makes sense. Also seizure. If you are someone who has seizures, that also is a no-go. There's some other things that you got to get under control, but those are 2. There might be more, but those are 2 that I believe are automatic failures, and you just can't be a truck driver with those 2 things. So the vertigo tests. Trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, he had me try to touch my toes. I came close. I can almost touch my toes. I think I was maybe 4 inches away. So that wasn't a problem. Yeah, I think that was it. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that he did. I don't believe so. I talked about a little snafu I had with the report for my CPAP. I won't go into that. That got straightened out. But there are things that can leave your DOT physical open and give you time to, it has kind of a shelf life that, I don't remember how many days, but you're given some time to get things in order. Blood pressure wise, if you need to get put on medication or your medication changed, They give you some time to get that into normal range, and then same thing with your CPAP compliance. You have to be 70% compliant, and the compliant bar is 4 hours a night, 70% of the time. And I said in my case, I've been on my machine for a long time, and I love it. I don't sleep without it. Out of a 90-day report, I only missed 1 day, and I barely missed that. It was 3 hours and almost 4 hours. So I was good there. But it's a pretty simple physical. It's not real in depth. They're checking for certain things. They're very focused on those elements that I was talking about. But yeah, nothing to be concerned about as far as strenuous type stuff. It was pretty straightforward. So that's it. I'll kind of leave it there. I'll do another video on studying for and taking the DMV CLP test and that kind of thing. I'll do that. It'll probably be a pretty quick video. Didn't have any trouble with that really, but I'll do that in a separate one. And I'll probably do one more video, I think. I'm thinking I might do I'll show you what I'm planning to bring with me, my luggage, that kind of thing. Run through that with you. Other than that, I don't want to lose you before I ever get there. You know, I like you, I've watched these vlogs, and it really begins the day you show up at campus and I get that. And so I I don't want to bore you to tears before we ever get there. Although I thought, you know, these videos leading up to, you know, from the choice to come to Prive all the way through to arrival might be helpful for some people, just to kind of know each step of the way, generally speaking, what to expect. Again, I'm from Virginia, so things may be a little different from where you are. But I hope you can find something out of some of these videos that'll help you out. All right, I'll see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, you know, help me out. Subscriptions are free. So I'd appreciate any support you can offer me. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.